want to start out by saying there's nothing wrong with you. You're not committing acts of self-sabotage when things aren't moving in the direction you expect them to go in. What's happening though is the body is designed to survive. So that's what it does. It's constantly working through its survival modes. But what's created though in these survival modes is a very superficial experience. What happens is the unconscious mind can work against you. So you've got this superficial experience going on, and then the unconscious mind working against you. And in spiritual mastery, what that's called is expression of the underneath. Expression of the underneath. Now, I don't want this to dwell in your mind too much, but just to kind of give you a hint to the word evil. The word evil has been misunderstood and misrepresented, misinterpreted for hundreds of years now. The word evil is from a Germanic word which means up from under. That's all it means, it's up from under. It doesn't mean that some entity is in and of itself evil. Evil doesn't truly exist, but the unconscious mind can present a lot of darkness, dark thoughts, can also create a great deal of negativity and negative experiences in your life if you don't go check yourself. And the unconscious mind is affected by two very specific realms of time. Your previous incarnations, whether you believe in them or not, remember them or not, previous incarnations that are written in your soul, that your soul has held on to through your journey through eternity, and then also past experiences in this life. So let's look at an example of that by first defining what feelings are. Feelings are a physical experience in your body. Your body is sensing something. That's why we say feel. I feel this. You are feeling that physical experience in your body. Your body is simply telling your mind what state of being you're in, because you feel it through your body. It's funny how we've always thought of feelings as being this amorphous, woo-woo thing, when it is all a physical sensation going through our body. There is plenty of evidence if you hook your body up to electrodes, all of your feelings can be mapped out in some vibrational signature. But let's just come up with a scenario and see how many different possible feelings can come from this.
The recently released book, What to Do When You're Dead, a former atheist interviews the source of infinite being, is a fascinating dialogue between the creator of the universe and the author, Sondra Sneed, who has been in her life to hell and back. Imagine finding out that you may hold the secret to man's survival and that your work is already recorded in the book of life. Well, it's happened to Sondra Sneed, and you get a front row seat to the life of a reluctant messenger bringing forth a message that could save humankind if human beings are willing to listen. Join Sondra Sneed as she takes you on a journey of what to do when you're dead at sondrasneed.com. That's SONDRASNEED.com.
Close your eyes, and I want you to imagine yourself sitting in a park, on a park bench, and you're enjoying a book and a cup of coffee or hot chocolate or chai tea. And then all of a sudden, a stranger is walking up to you. So here are some possible feelings going on immediately in your body. One, you could feel fear. I feel like they want something from me I can't give them. Or you could experience delight. If you're one of those people who love helping people, you could get delighted at the idea that you might be able to help them with something. Or you could be experiencing suspicion. I feel like they are strange and unable to recognize my personal space. Or you might imagine rudeness. I feel they are invading my personal space for their own purposes. Indecision. Maybe you feel like you don't know what to do, whether to run or hide or jump up and scream. Okay, you can open your eyes now. This is an experience that you're having based on preconceived ideas because you don't know this person, you don't know why they're approaching you. So everything that you're feeling and sensing from that moment is something within you based on either past experiences in this current life or even previous incarnations. So given the number of people that you meet in a single day, that's how many possible feelings in this one scenario that could happen. So can I get a volunteer to talk about, we're going to talk about what makes you feel uneasy, and we're also going to do a reading, soul reading. Do I have a volunteer? Okay, good. I'm glad you were the one who volunteered. Okay, that's not a problem. You will find out. And tell me your name.
Anna.
Anna. Hi, everyone. This is Anna. Anna, thank you for being my victim. So you expressed in this a sense of uneasiness. Mm-hmm. So let's see what God says about. And I should tell you what I'm doing. So I call myself a Godscribe because I began my dialogue with God in a scribing way. Moses was a Godscribe. Neil Donald Walsh, Mary Baker Eddy, who founded Christian Science, was a Godscribe. There have been many of them all throughout history. And what's happening here is God is this great vibrational signature, this great wave of being that moves through every cell in the universe. So when we are able to tune our vibrational signature into this great being, then this great being is able to resonate through our cells, which when I'm writing, or when I began to write, my body was recording in resonance. Okay, that dialogue. It wasn't automatic writing. Automatic writing is when some spirit entity is actually sharing the body of a medium, and they're kind of pushing that pen. With Godscribing, though, it's a resonant vibration, and my hand is taking dictation to record that.
It's like a unity. I mean, it's like
right
happening simultaneously through you. A
exactly.
Natural kind of feeling, not a pushed or forced
right.
sensation. Okay.
Right. So over the last couple of years, I've been training myself to do it orally so I can do an oral transliteration. It helps me get more information out faster. But then it also makes a great dialogue. So people who grew up in the Christian tradition would call this being filled with the Holy Spirit. But what is God? But a spirit and holy. So the Holy Spirit is God, I think. Or the source, or the force, or the Great Spirit, whatever word works for you. So now when I say, God says, that puts my brain into a place for now to transliterate that information. Okay? Okay. So God says, what you have, Anna, in your most experienced way is a sense of sorrow for things that have passed. You wish you could capture that which has been lost in you, but the thing is, you are changing, and so that which you have lost is no longer an experience at all, because you've become a much broader person, a bigger person. And who you are today is double what you were in the time when you believe you have lost something. So what we would like you to understand is that in this sense of unease in your life, it comes from a worry that if you cannot recapture that past joy that you used to have, then you have no future. The truth is, you are not going to capture that joy. You're going to recreate it in a whole new way. And in this new way, you're going to express a sense of delight in the things that you used to find annoying. You used to get annoyed when people would stop and take notice of you. You used to get annoyed when people would look at you and think that there was something different about you. You used to think that they were always making you the center of attention because of something strange about you. But the truth is, they made you the center of attention because you're fascinating. When you start talking, people become fascinated by what you say. That is why you became a teacher. Not because little kids excite you, but because you have fascinating things to say. So now what you're going to learn to do is find a way to express these fascinating things in the service of others. This service that you're going to be performing is for people who can dietitian? No, I'm sorry. Sometimes God is giving me a word and I can't find it. The word means to, and also perfect. Two perfect things create a mirror. And in that mirroring becomes a reflection, and in that reflection becomes a source of your most high way. Your most high way, a diorama? No, okay, sorry. Your most high way is a reflection of the greatest knowing that you have about yourself. So you'll start to see in yourself this great knowing, and the great knowing will start to become reflected in other people. And when other people reflect back to you this great knowing, that's when you'll recognize that what you are to be doing is to be in service to that. Does that make sense?
Yes, I just don't know what it looks like.
Okay. The reason you don't know what that looks like is because there are parts of you that are still holding on to what you think you should be doing rather than what you will be doing. So as you begin to let go of that feeling of what you should be doing, start opening your eyes to other opportunities and stop defining what it is you think you are and start exploring what you really are. Based on that information we've given you, then you will understand that it will develop in a way that is more than you've ever imagined. But if you keep trying to imagine it, you won't know what it is. Okay?
Right.
Okay. So is there anything about this that makes you feel uneasy now?
About this experience that we're having or experience I'm having?
About this information we're giving you.
No, this information is like freeing to me. It's very freeing. It's just like I don't know how to get rid of the other stuff.
Okay.
That's what I need. I need to know how to get rid of that stuff so that I can be what you're saying, which is I do feel totally in my body.
Okay. So how you get rid of that other stuff is to recognize when it is coming up. When it comes up, it's usually at your lowest point. When you recognize that you are at your lowest point and all of the things that are coming to your mind are based on information that is from your past, then you can start to say, no, I don't need to think about that. No, that's not worthy of me. No, that has nothing to do with my future. And then you start to let go and let go and let go and let go. Each time you let go, you're freer and freer and freer. Okay? So if you have one question that we can answer that will make that even more exciting for you, what would that question be?
God, that's a good question. Where do I begin to look, I guess?
That is the question. Because it is a matter of your soul working. This is your soul's work. This is the work you were born to do. You prepared your soul while teaching. You had so much preparation that you were done with it. You were sick of it. So now that you are prepared, you're going to start exploring how that plays out in your daily life. It's one thing to imagine possibilities, and it's another to start doing your daily work in order to work toward that manner. And in your daily work, what you're going to do is focus first on how you perform the first part of your experiment. The first part of your experiment is who in your life is the most worthy of this part of you. And when you imagine who that person is, you say, I hold on to you. You stay with me through this. If you stay with me through this, together we can be anything. Okay? Then the next thing you do is get rid of everyone else who is not on that wave. You let them go. They will hold you down. They will make you sick. They will cause you harm. They will tell you things that are not true. They will disavow themselves from you when you move in the new direction. You need to let that happen. Because if they hold you down, you will become so sick, you will not be able to even continue on the brightest path that you're being shown today. You let them go. You do not need them, and they don't need you. They think they do. They think they can't survive without you, but they can. In fact, they will find a brand new person in themselves without you. So, the first thing is who stays, who goes. The next thing is, what is it about you in your daily life that will encourage this new direction? This new direction will come from the profound nature of your greatest being. We can't tell you what that is right now. Because if we tell you now, you'll start creating pictures, and if those pictures don't come true, you'll think you're on the wrong path.
Right.
So for now, get your environment right. Get your mind right, and ready yourself for the next journey of your entire life. Okay?
Which is exactly where I need to go.
Yes.
I don't doubt it.
Okay. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
my first volunteer.
Wow, thank you.
Thank
That
you.
was
Thank
interesting.
you. All right, Anna, sit down. All right. Give Anna a hand, please. She did a great job.